This is Krishandek for CYInterview. Last month, the South African feature film Death of a Whistleblower debuted at the Toronto International Film Festival. The film's lead is actress Noxolo Dlamini. She recently joined us on CYInterview to talk about the lead role in the film, her acting career overall, and visiting Las Vegas. Here is that CYInterview.
Well, Noxolo, it's so great to have you on today, known for a few things from Netflix, of course, Jiva, and the Netflix movie I Number Josie Gold. Thanks so much for joining us today. How are you?
Thanks for having me, Chris. I'm well, thanks. How are you?
I'm great. Of course, she hails from South Africa. She's currently in South Africa. Before we just get into everything else, what should people know about South Africa who have never visited, or what should they know in general?
It's a very warm country, warm in the sense that it's quite hot, but also the people are very warm. I think we're very popular for that. We're very welcoming of people we don't know, and and we're just so full of culture. You know, we have so many different traditions within our country, along with many different languages, and we're very happy to share that, and we're very happy to teach people a lot about who we are and our history. And yeah, I think we're just a very warm nation.
So just to begin, before we talk about the whistleblower, why did you want to be an actress?
I don't know. I think I kind of just knew that this is something I want to do. I think one thing I can say about it right now is that I get to express myself a lot more, and I appreciate that because it's not something you can do in your daily life. But also, I think being able to kind of understand and learn and empathize with other people and just how their lives work, and just human experiences that I probably on my own would never ever experience. So I like to think I'm an empathetic person. Therefore, I think that's why I kind of enjoy it, and I like to feel. I like to feel.
So speaking about the thriller, the whistleblower, taking place in South Africa, your home country, you play an investigative journalist. What was this role like for you, and tell us about the film?
Luyanda was very, I want to say she's very fun to play in that she's very confident and outspoken and very smart. And I think the one thing that I really appreciate about her is how she's so okay to kind of speak the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it is. She's the kind of girl that calls a spade a spade. How can I explain this? It's how they used to in South Africa, but also in many other countries, war-torn countries, how they used to use chemical warfare to kind of get to people. And in South Africa, it was a lot of the time it was to get to the people who were in the opposing countries and opposing parties, but also what we call in South Africa the active freedom fighters, and just how to get to them without getting to them, how they would send help. They'd send aid in the form of corrugated iron, blankets, food, but in it was all laced with drugs or chemicals that were very harmful to the DNA, and unfortunately it would pass on to the generations to come. And that's what they were trying to do, to kind of wipe out the people. And what Luyanda is she carries on the story that her friend had started, because unfortunately he gets he's assassinated for obviously trying to expose the government and the things that they're doing. And Luyanda being the kind of journalist that really, as much as she wants to tell the truth, a lot of the time it's because she wants to be known to be a good journalist, or the greatest journalist. So it's really about her ego, until she takes on the story and she starts to realize that this is beyond who she is. It's beyond being an egotistical journalist, but more about actually getting the story out. And we kind of follow the story when she finds the story of Emma Lowe. And if I tell you any more, I would definitely be spoiling the story for you. So
understand. Well, I'm just going to say, obviously, this is your first lead role. So what is it like to be the lead role in The Whistleblower? What is that like for you as the first time around? What kind of achievement is this for you?
So it's my first lead role in a feature film, which
yes, exactly.
I'm very proud of. I'm super proud of. It's I want to say it's a lot of pressure, but I think it's the kind of pressure you expect, especially if you want to play a lead role. And I like to believe I'm a brave person, so I think I kind of handled the pressure well. I try to understand the story as best as possible, and especially the subject that we're tackling in this in the film. But I absolutely enjoyed it. I love playing the lead in Death. I enjoyed every part of the lesson because it was such a huge lesson. Ian really taught me a lot in this film. So yeah, it was a pleasure and an honor, to be quite honest.
So, what do you want people to take away from this film?
The it's I think firstly it's educating people on the things that go on around us, and the fact that much as the truth is scary, it does need to come to light. And I think also to inspire people to not be afraid to speak the truth, as it is, as scary as it is, but to be brave enough to actually stand up and tell the truth, but also for those who see others telling the truth to actually stand with them and to not turn a blind eye.
I agree with you 100%. So moving forward, I read some interesting stuff about you. We always like to do the research before we have someone on. Love the film, by the way. It's one of the best things I've watched in years. Truly, truly couldn't stop watching it. Really enjoyed your role and really enjoyed the film. You speak 4 languages, I believe. Tell me about that. Is that true?
3.
Okay, so that was
I mean,
wrong.
yeah, no, I do. I wish I could say 4. The 4th one would be Spanish, but I don't know it yet. So
Okay.
maybe in the next year it will be 4. But now it really is just English, isiZulu, Sesotho, and a little bit of Setswana, but that's a lot like Sesotho, so I can't really claim that. But yeah, sorry to disappoint you guys. It's only 3.
It's only 3 languages. See, this is why we ask these questions. So, moving forward, the question I have for you is that what's in your future like? What are your career ambitions? Do you want to come to Hollywood? Are you more interested in continuing to pursue international films and things abroad? Like, what is in your ambitions?
I really believe if the universe and God want me to be abroad, that's exactly where I'm going to be. I obviously
Gotcha.
am working towards that, want that for myself. But you know how I'm just really here to fulfill my purpose. Whatever my purpose is, whatever feels right, I believe is what I'm going to go into and move towards. But I definitely am working towards international. Look, if I get to Hollywood, I'm in Hollywood. That'd be absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, so many things. There's so many things in life that I think come about. I started writing recently, which I never ever thought I'd ever do. And I'm thinking maybe one day we'll be producing. I don't know. The possibilities are endless. We'll see how I'm feeling.
I hear you. I agree with you. Here today in show business, whether you're in Hollywood or abroad, everybody's got to do everything in front of the camera, behind the camera. You got to learn everything today. So you got to be multifaceted. This is just what show business is today.
That's very true.
So moving forward on that, I want to talk with you, of course, just reflecting back. What do you reflect back first on Jiva on Netflix? Obviously, people always love to talk with you about that, I'm sure. What do you reflect back upon?
I think the biggest thing is it was my first lead role on television. I come from a theater background, so I've played lead in theater before, so I understand the pressure and the responsibility. But this was the first time I played a lead, and it was in a series, and it was a lot of what I was doing was foreign to me. But what I really learned on Jiva was to own my light and to own my moment and to own my because I think when I started there, I really did have the pressure or started feeling a bit like, am I where I'm supposed to be? And I was belong, but the journey got me from there to at the end of it. I was just like, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. It wasn't a mistake that I'm there, and everywhere that I know I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I own my space, and I own my moment, and I own my light, and I know that I have the capabilities. I know I've got the skills, and I know I've got the talent. So it's just a matter of showing up and doing what I need to do.
No denying that. So two last things for you. CYInterview is based here in Las Vegas. I know you've traveled a bunch of places. Have you ever been to Las Vegas? Is Las Vegas on your bucket list? Love to know what your thoughts are on that.
I have been to Vegas, actually. It wasn't a long stay. I didn't do much. I did take dance classes, though. I remember that. I took some dance classes. I did. I definitely took dance classes, and I took my first acting for camera classes. So just when I was finishing theater, it was 2018. I had just finished doing The Lion King, and I was in Vegas for about 5 weeks, and I was doing acting for camera classes. I was doing dance classes, and I was getting really hot and sweaty because it's so hot. So it was really amazing. And then we drove to the Grand Canyon, and then we came back. So it was great.
Did you get to go to the Las Vegas Strip or see any of the resorts while you were here?
I did. Well, I didn't go to any of the resorts, but I did definitely go to the Strip.
You walked outside on the boulevard.
Yeah, I have to. I mean, you can't be there and not do it. Yeah. So I definitely did that. I'm not much of a casino gal, so I would walk through, but I don't gamble, so I don't do any of that.
Well, the thing that I always tell people is that's just part of it. I mean, we have more live entertainment probably going on every night than any other city in America. I mean, the world. I mean, there are so many talented people in dance and music and acting and comedy that perform here every night for people across the world in Las Vegas. So, if you're an artistic person like you, an actress, a creative person, this is a great place to come see shows, meet cast members, things like that. So, that's why we're here, among other reasons. Final question for you. Where did you grow up in South Africa? Where are you currently? And tell me about what is it like to be in movies that show off your country?
So I am from Soweto, a place called Soweto. It's a town. I'm from Shawela in Soweto. I grew up there. I'm still there. My family is there. Also, it's very convenient because it's Johannesburg. I love telling stories about my country. I love telling stories about our history and just who we are as a nation, our talents, our skills. I'm proud of us, and I know slowly but surely we're going to get to where we want to get to. But yeah.
Noxolo, thank you so much for joining us on CYInterview. Love that you've been here before, and hope you come back one day. And then thank you so much for being on with us. And I wish you the best. And I hope this movie gets on Netflix or another streaming platform because it's phenomenal. Everybody needs to see it. It's really, about searching for the truth, which is very important today in the world that we're in with so much polarization going on.
Indeed. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for watching today's CYInterview segment from Las Vegas. Please hit the like button and please hit the subscribe button to be updated on all future CYInterview content from Las Vegas and beyond.